Every person possesses an innate ability to shape their reality, a capacity deeply embedded in the human experience. This ability to create and influence our personal world is primarily driven by our thoughts and emotions. These internal processes, often operating beneath our conscious awareness, play a crucial role in molding the fabric of our day to day experiences. This creative power is a fundamental aspect of being human, universally accessible to all, with the exception of certain conditions such as brain injuries that might impair cognitive functions. The process of creating reality is not always a deliberate or conscious act. For most individuals, this creation occurs subtly and continuously through the myriad of thoughts and emotions that course through us daily. Each thought, whether it be a fleeting daydream or a persistent worry, and each emotion from flashes of joy to prolonged periods of sadness, contributes to the tapestry of our perceived reality. These mental and emotional patterns act like filters through which we interpret and engage with the world around us, ultimately shaping our personal experiences. Moreover, this ongoing creation of reality through thoughts and emotions is largely habitual. Much of what we think and feel is shaped by past experiences, cultural norms, and ingrained beliefs. These established patterns of thinking and feeling often go unquestioned, leading us to recreate similar experiences repeatedly. This cycle can be self reinforcing, solidifying our perceptions of what is possible and what is not, what we can achieve and what we believe is beyond our reach. However, the realization that we are active participants in the creation of our reality opens up tremendous possibilities. By becoming more aware of our thought and emotional patterns, we can start to question and reshape them. This conscious engagement with our internal landscape allows us to break free from limiting beliefs and open up new possibilities for our lives. It empowers us to take control of our mental and emotional well being, steering our life experiences in more positive and fulfilling directions. In the journey of life, there is a distinct transition from learning predominantly through external experiences to a phase where creation is driven by internal feelings. Initially, our understanding of the world and ourselves is shaped by external stimuli and experiences. We learn through interaction, observation, and response to the environment around us. This external learning is crucial as it lays the foundation of our knowledge and shapes our early perception of reality. However, as we evolve, there comes a pivotal shift where internal feelings begin to play a more significant role in how we create and perceive our reality. This shift marks a move towards a more introspective approach where our emotions and internal states become the primary influences on our actions and creations. It signifies a deeper engagement with our inner selves, where we start to rely more on our feelings to guide us in making decisions and shaping our future. Yet, the reliance on feelings as the sole guide to the unknown has its complexities. Feelings are often deeply rooted in past experiences. They are shaped by previous encounters, successes, failures, joys, and traumas. As such, they carry with them the imprints of our history, which can color our perception of future possibilities. When we rely solely on these feelings to guide us into the unknown, we risk being misled by these past imprints. Our fears, insecurities, and past disappointments, for instance, can project a skewed vision of what the future might hold, limiting our ability to envision and manifest new realities. Moreover, feelings, while powerful, can be transient and subject to fluctuation based on immediate circumstances or internal changes. Making decisions based solely on how we feel at a particular moment can lead to inconsistency and a lack of direction. It becomes essential, then, to find a balance between being in tune with our feelings and maintaining an awareness of their origins and their transient nature. Understanding that our feelings can be both a reflection of past experiences and a response to present circumstances helps in navigating this complexity. It involves developing a heightened self awareness where we can recognize the source of our feelings and discern whether they are guiding us towards growth and positive change or holding us back based on past fears and prejudices. In our endeavor to navigate the uncertainties of the future, we often find ourselves relying on the emotional imprints of our past experiences. This predictive approach, while natural, inherently confines us within the boundaries of our previous selves. When we use past emotions as the lens through which we view future possibilities, we inadvertently anchor ourselves to who we were, rather than who we could become. This reliance on the past as a predictive tool for the future not only limits our ability to envision new possibilities, but also stunts our personal growth and development. The human tendency to use past experiences as a template for future expectations is rooted in our psychological makeup. It is a way to create a sense of safety and predictability in an otherwise uncertain world. However, this approach often leads to a repetitive cycle where we continuously recreate similar situations and responses, hindering our ability to experience life in new and diverse ways. Our past emotional experiences, especially those marked by trauma, fear, or disappointment, can cast long shadows, influencing how we perceive and react to new situations. Breaking free from this cycle requires conscious effort and introspection. It involves acknowledging that while our past experiences have shaped us, they do not have to define our future. This realization opens up a space for growth and change, allowing us to step out of the familiar patterns of our past selves and embrace the potential for transformation. To explore and create new possibilities, we must cultivate a mindset that is open to the unknown, one that embraces uncertainty as an opportunity for learning and growth. This involves challenging our ingrained beliefs and emotional responses, questioning their relevance in our current lives, and deliberately choosing to respond differently to similar situations. It also means embracing the concept of change as a positive and necessary aspect of life rather than something to be feared or avoided. Additionally, fostering a sense of curiosity and wonder about the future can help us break free from the limitations of our past experiences. When we approach the future with curiosity, we shift our focus from trying to predict based on the past to being open to the myriad of possibilities that the future holds. This shift in perspective allows us to engage with life in a more dynamic and creative way, exploring new paths and opportunities that were previously obscured by our reliance on past experiences. Moreover, developing resilience and flexibility in the face of uncertainty is crucial. Resilience allows us to recover and learn from the challenges and setbacks we encounter, while flexibility enables us to adapt and thrive in changing circumstances. Together, these qualities equip us to navigate the future with a sense of confidence and openness, unburdened by the constraints of our past emotional experiences. Human existence, in its broadest sense, oscillates between two fundamental states: creation and survival. These states deeply influence our perceptions, actions, and overall experience of life. The state of creation is marked by growth, expansion, and the experience of positive emotions such as love, joy, and gratitude. When we are in this state, our focus shifts towards self expression, exploration, and the realization of our potential. It's a state where creativity flourishes, and we are more open to new ideas and experiences. In this mode, individuals often feel a deep sense of connection to something greater than themselves, be it a creative endeavor, other people, nature, or the universe at large. This connection fosters a feeling of unity and oneness, reinforcing a positive view of the world and our place within it. In the state of creation, there is an inherent sense of abundance and possibility. Challenges are viewed as opportunities for growth and learning, and there is a general optimism about the future. This mindset encourages risk taking and experimentation, leading to personal development and societal advancement. In this state, we are driven by inspiration and aspiration rather than obligation, or an aspiration rather than obligation or necessity. In contrast, the survival state is primarily characterized by stress, fear, and a focus on immediate needs and threats. This state is often triggered by real or perceived challenges to our well being and security, such as financial difficulties, health problems, or interpersonal conflicts. In survival mode, the brain's focus narrows to deal with the immediate threat, often at the expense of long term planning or creative thinking. Survival mode leads to a contraction in our perspective and possibilities. The world is seen through a lens of scarcity, competition, and limitation. In this state, actions are often driven by fear rather than purpose or passion. There is a heightened sense of individualism as the primary focus is on protecting and preserving oneself, sometimes at the expense of others. This can lead to feelings of isolation. This can lead to feelings of isolation, disconnection, and a lack of trust in others and the world at large. Moreover, prolonged periods in the survival state can have detrimental effects on physical and mental health. Chronic stress can lead to a range of health issues, including anxiety, depression, heart disease, and a weakened immune system. It can also lead to a negative cycle, where the stress of survival mode further impedes our ability to move into a state of creation and growth. Balancing these two states is crucial for a healthy, fulfilling life. While survival mode is a natural and sometimes necessary response to immediate threats, staying in this state for extended periods can be harmful. Cultivating the state of creation, on the other hand, promotes well being, happiness, and a sense of fulfillment. It involves nurturing positive emotions, fostering connections with others, and engaging in activities that promote growth and self expression. Living under constant stress creates a significant disruption in the body's natural equilibrium, setting off a domino effect that can severely impact physical health. This continuous state of stress throws off the delicate balance of bodily functions, leading to a state of chronic imbalance of bodily functions, leading to a state of chronic imbalance. Over time, this sustained imbalance can manifest as various physical ailments and diseases as the body struggles to cope with the ongoing strain. The issue is further compounded by the unique human capacity to activate stress responses through mere thought. Unlike most animals, whose stress responses are typically triggered by immediate physical threats, humans can induce these responses by simply thinking about stressful situations or ruminating over past or future worries. This ability means that even in the absence of actual physical danger, we can find ourselves trapped in a state of stress, with our bodies reacting as if we were facing real and immediate threats. This mental activation of stress responses can be particularly damaging because it often leads to a chronic state of alertness and anxiety. The body's stress response, designed to be short lived and acute, becomes prolonged and continuous. Hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which are released during stress to provide immediate energy and heightened awareness, end up circulating in the body for extended periods. Over time, high levels of these hormones can lead to a host of health issues, including cardiovascular diseases, digestive problems, and a weakened immune system. Furthermore, chronic stress can disrupt sleep patterns, leading to insomnia or poor quality sleep, which in turn exacerbates the body's stress response. Lack of proper rest impairs the body's ability to repair and regenerate, making it more susceptible to illness and disease. Additionally, chronic stress can lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as overeating, alcohol, or substance abuse, and withdrawal from social interactions, further deteriorating overall health and well being. The mental impact of constant stress is equally significant. Prolonged stress can lead to mental health disorders such as anxiety, depression, and burnout. It can impair cognitive functions, including concentration, memory, and decision making, affecting an individual's performance in both personal and professional spheres. In survival mode, our psychological and physiological responses become predominantly focused on self preservation, significantly influencing our behaviors and outlook on life. During this state, the ego, our sense of self, becomes more pronounced and assertive, driven by a cocktail of survival chemicals such as cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals, which are essential for immediate short term responses to danger, have a profound impact on our mental state, often leading us to become more self centered, defensive, and materialistic. This heightened state of ego and self centeredness is fundamentally a protective mechanism evolved to ensure our safety and survival in threatening situations. However, when this state is prolonged or triggered inappropriately by non life threatening stressors, it can lead to detrimental consequences. We begin to view the world through a lens of scarcity and competition, where our needs and desires take precedence over the well being of others. This perspective fosters a sense of isolation and disconnection, not only from other people, but also from the environment and the broader experience of life. In survival mode, our priorities shift towards acquiring and securing resources, often leading to materialistic attitudes. The pursuit of material wealth and physical comfort becomes paramount, sometimes at the expense of deeper, more fulfilling aspects of life, such as relationships, community, and personal growth. This materialistic focus can create a barrier to experiencing a sense of connection and belonging, essential components of human happiness and well being. Moreover, this state of being can trap us in a cycle of selfishness and separation. As we become increasingly focused on our own needs and fears, our capacity for empathy, compassion, and understanding diminishes. We may find ourselves becoming more judgmental, critical, and disconnected from the feelings and needs of others. This can lead to a breakdown in relationships and a weakening of social bonds, which are vital for emotional support and resilience. Additionally, being in a constant state of survival mode can skew our perception of reality. We may overestimate threats and underestimate our ability to cope with challenges, leading to a constant feeling of unease and anxiety. This distorted perception can make us more reactive, impulsive, and prone to conflict, further exacerbating feelings of disconnection and alienation. True liberation is achieved when we successfully break free from the deeply ingrained emotional patterns that have been imprinted in our psyche over time. Throughout our lives, we accumulate a vast array of emotional responses and tendencies, many of which are the result of past experiences. These emotional patterns, especially the negative ones like anger, fear, or hatred, can become so familiar to us that they seem almost second nature. However, these patterns often hold us back, trapping us in cycles of negative reactions and limiting our growth and happiness. Transcending these negative emotions is a profound and deeply personal journey. It involves a conscious recognition of these emotions and an understanding of their origins, often rooted in past traumas, unmet needs, or unresolved conflicts. This awareness is the first step towards transformation. It creates the space needed for change, allowing us to view these emotions from a distance rather than being consumed by them. Transforming these negative emotional patterns into positive states like joy, love, or compassion is not a simple or quick process. It requires patience, persistence, and often a willingness to confront and work through painful memories and experiences. This transformation can involve various practices and techniques, such as mindfulness, meditation, cognitive behavioral therapy, or other forms of emotional healing and processing. Moreover, this journey of transformation is not just about suppressing or eliminating negative emotions. Instead, it's about understanding them, learning from them, and ultimately integrating them into a more balanced and holistic emotional state. By doing so, we allow ourselves to experience a full range of emotions without being dominated by any single one. As we transform our negative emotional patterns, we begin to experience a sense of liberation and freedom. We are no longer automatically triggered by certain events or people. Instead, we can choose how to respond in a way that aligns with our true selves and values. This freedom from reactive patterns leads to more authentic and fulfilling relationships as we interact with others from a place of understanding and compassion rather than anger and defensiveness. In addition, as our emotional landscape transforms, it positively impacts our mental and physical health. Chronic negative emotions have been linked to various health issues, such as stress, anxiety, and heart disease. By cultivating positive emotional states, we improve our overall well being and resilience. The transformation from negative to positive emotions also enhances our ability to connect with others in the world around us. It fosters a sense of empathy and interconnectedness, allowing us to understand and relate to others' experiences and emotions more deeply. In essence, transcending and transforming our emotional patterns is a key aspect of personal growth and true liberation. It is a deeply personal and transformative journey that not only enhances our own well-being and happiness, but also enriches our relationships and interactions with the world. Through this process, we learn to live in a more conscious, intentional, and heart centered way,